Well, good morning. It's Monday. This is December the 27th, and man, I hope that you had a great weekend. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and with your family and friends and whomever you were able to get be with. And anyway, this morning I wanted to share with you from Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 through 7, and I'll read through that, talking about, doubting God's goodness. It says there, now the serpent was the most cunning of all the wild animals that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden? The woman said to the serpent, we may eat the fruit from the trees in the garden, but about the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, God said, you must not eat it or touch it, or you will die. No, you will not die, the serpent said to the woman. In fact, God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be open and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. The woman saw that the tree was good for food and delightful to look at, and that it was desirable for obtaining wisdom. So she took some of its fruit and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. And then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. Living in this fallen world in which we live, we're living in, it can make us question God's goodness. At times, we might wonder, why doesn't He always fix our problems and give us, what we want. For example, when Eve, in this story out of Genesis 3, listened to the serpent's lies, and, she began to doubt, that the Lord, had made the right choice and for forbidding her to eat from this, this tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I mean, why would He deprive her of wisdom and enjoyment, of such desirable food? Our thoughts sometimes are similar to Eve's, when, we don't necessarily agree with the Lord about, what's maybe best for us. From a human perspective, good refers to that which is enjoyable, comfortable, or even profitable. But you see, God, He has a much higher standard, and He's always working to achieve His purpose, developing Christ-like character in His children. And that's what He's trying to do, is develop Christ-like character in each one of us, every day. Behind every restriction or commandment from the Lord, is God's loving care for His followers. He knows that's the thing, God, He knows the consequences of sin. And He wants to protect us from choices that will, wreck our lives, that will, perhaps, have adverse effect on us and even our loved ones. Eve and her husband Adam, both learned through disobedience that God knows what's best. As it said, when they ate of that fruit, their eyes were open and they realized they were naked. They didn't even realize before that, how good they had it. Listen, we have the opportunity every day to discover, God's goodness by listening, to His voice, by obeying His commands, and just trusting His wisdom. I mean, whatever comes our way, we can know that, that He's working for both our temporal and eternal good in our lives. And, I pray and hope that, not only that I would realize it every day, but that you would realize that God has His best for us, every day when He tries to steer us clear, of some of those detours that affect our lives, whatever you want to call them, when we sometimes are disobedient. And so I hope and pray that this encourages you today. I hope that you're ready for a good Monday. You may perhaps still be celebrating some Christmas this week, but Anyway, hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.